Hello, everyone. 2020 has been a transition year and a difficult one because change is never easy. But as most of the tough work has already been done, 2021, while still intense, it's announcing to be an extraordinary year. We birthed the age of Aquarius community at the dawn of the Jupiter Saturn conjunction in Aquarius because the age of Aquarius values are everything that our world stands for, or I would say humans stand for: freedom, quality content, connection with like minded people. Each individual is unique, experiential learning, collaboration, getting in sync with the universe, and greater good over individual interests. We have to work collectively for the world at large. So, today and in the following days to come, let me apprise you with what the planets imply for us for 2021 and what we can do for ourselves in order to build our health, wealth, and happiness. So, when we are happy inside, the world automatically is happy, and we can actually, our auras extend to the world at large. Scorpio, the major trends for you. It's a year to concentrate and focus on your health, as health and energy are a bit more delicate than last year. But by the end of the year, things will improve definitely. The family situation is important this year, but has a mixed kind of feelings. There are many happy things going on, but also a few disappointments. The emotional life seems to be a bit on a roller coaster ride. The year ahead seems basically happy, although your energy could be better. There will be more fun in your life from May 14th to July 29th. Women of childbearing age are more fertile all year. This is an excellent year for students below college level. This has been the trend for many years now, and it continues in the year ahead. The mental and communication faculties are enhanced these days. Hence, doing well in your studies should not be a problem, especially if you're intent with your focus. But even those not in formal education will be reading more, studying more, and taking courses in subjects that interest them. Some of you might be teaching courses or giving seminars and workshops in your areas of expertise. Love remains both challenging and exciting this year. Those of you who are married will endure and undergo testing times. They will not necessarily fail. Remember, the stars impel, but they don't compel. Albeit, it will take much efforts to hold things together. Singles will date and go out, but marriage is not advisable, not for a few years anyway. We have four eclipses in the year ahead, the usual amount. Two of them will occur in your money house: the lunar eclipse of May 26th and the solar eclipse of December 4th. These signal important and dramatic changes in your finances. The lunar eclipse of November 19th will occur in your seventh house of love, further testing existing relationships, while the solar eclipse of June 10th occurs in your eighth house and can bring encounters with a closure, generally on the psychological level, rather than actual demise, and perhaps near death kinds of experiences. Your major areas of interest in the year ahead will be of communication, intellectual interests, home and family, children, fun and creativity, love and romance. So, your paths of greatest fulfillment this year will be intimate relationships, personal reinventions and transformation, and occult studies, home and family until May 14th, and from July 29th to December 30th, and children, fun, and creativity from May 14th to July 29th, and from December 30th onwards. In regards to your health, health, as I had mentioned, is more delicate than last year. For most of the year, three long term planets, Uranus, Jupiter, Saturn, are in stressful alignment. So, this is not enough to cause sickness, but your overall energy will be less than usual. So, the problem this year is that your sixth house of health is basically empty. Only short term planets move through there, and the effects are short term. You might not be paying the attention to your health that you should do. So, the good news here is that there is much you can do to enhance the health and prevent problems from developing. Give more attention to the vulnerable areas of your body. A disciplined routine is advisable to keep you both steady in mind and body. Pay attention to your diet and exercise. Your home and family. Well, your fourth house of home and family is easily the strongest in your horoscope this year. Thus, it is a major focus. Emotionally, you seem of two minds. One part feels unsafe in expressing your true feelings and tends to repress them, whereas the other part wants to let it all hang out. They're at war with each other, one part dominating the other. And so you will be in a subject to mood changes. And if not you, then other family members would. So, see, Saturn has been in your fourth house since March of the last year, and he will remain there for the entire year ahead. Since Saturn is your communication planet, you seem to be upgrading your communication systems at home. This can be a time of great tension. You experience less of tension if you have built your life on a firm foundation with a healthy balance between responsibility and the need for freedom and change. However, if you have allowed your life to become stuck in tired, in probably sick, tired, rigid routines, then this period can be very upsetting. Any area of your life that has become stuck in a rut is open to challenge, and you will find it best to face the challenge of changing old patterns and embracing the new and exciting plans. You could be hosting or giving talks and lectures from your home. Your home is as much a school or a place of learning than any other. So, Jupiter is spending most of your year in your fourth house, so a move could happen. But this seems complicated and fraught with delays. It is ultimately happy, but it's not a smooth transaction. Jupiter in the fourth house does not always signal a literal move. Often it shows the acquisitions of a second home or property or access to additional homes. Now, the family circle will tend to expand. Usually, this happens through birth or marriages, but not always. Sometimes you meet people who are like family to you, they fulfill that role in your life. Jupiter is your financial planet, and Jupiter's stay in your fourth house indicates you're spending more on the home and family. Often, this transit shows someone who can earn from the home through a home office or home based business. So, family and family connections are important in finance too. Now, relationships are frustrating during this transit. Romance and fun overwhelmed by good old fashioned hard work. Fortunately, the effects of this transit are that you should eventually reap the benefit of the hard work. With little patience and understanding, you will soon be enjoying your friends and loved ones again. In regards to your finance and career, though your money house is empty, only short term planets move through there this year, and their impact is also short lived. The year ahead looks though prosperous. Your financial planet Jupiter will be in your fourth house for most of the year, and this favors investments in residential real estate, food business, restaurants, hotels, motels, and companies that cater to the homeowner. It also favors certain professions such as psychology or other forms of emotional therapeutics. It favors the family business or business that are run like a family. Family and family connections are important in your financial life. They seem to be playing big roles here. Now, Jupiter in the sign of Aquarius also favors the high tech sector companies involved with computers, softwares, makers of their apps, new inventions, or innovations. It favors airlines and the travel industry as well. So, the financial planet in Aquarius shows a more experimental approach to finance. Be ready to throw out the rule books and see through trial, error, and experimentation what works for you. It would favor innovative business startups as well. Because Jupiter moves into your fifth house temporarily this year from May 14 to July 29th, and then again at the end of the year. So, testing and trying is important. This is very happy financial transit for you. It shows happy money, money that is earned in happy ways. Perhaps you are at a party or the theater or golf course and you make an important contact. So, networking through entertaining will be profitable. Further, you're spending on happy things, that is on leisure. Learn to enjoy your wealth. This is also a wonderful aspect for speculations. Speculate through your intuition. The financial planet in Pisces provides excellent financial intuition. So pay attention to your dreams, Financial informations can come in spiritual ways. Rely on your sixth sense of people who really do not have vested interest in your finance, yet gives you spontaneous advice. Your 10th house of career is not prominent this year. Further, most of the long term planets are below the horizon of your chart. So, the night side of the horoscope. So, the career is not a major focus this year. The year ahead is more about getting the home, family, and your emotional life in order. It's about preparing the ground for future career moves. Your career planet, the sun, is a fast moving planet. So during the year, he will move through all the signs and the houses of your horoscope. In regards to your love and social life, the love life this year should be read on two levels. For those of you who are young and single and who want to stay unattached, will have a fantastic love and social life this year. But for older Scorpios and those in committed relationships, the love life is like being severely tested. So if you're in a former group, love is enjoyable, exciting. True, there is a lack of stability. Relationships can end at the drop of a hat, but there are always new opportunities and often better ones around the corner. So, love can happen at any time, in any place, and in the most unexpected ways. For you, it's a period of gaining experience, experimentation, learning about love through trial and error. You're not ready to settle down yet, and nor are the people you're involved with. Nor should you. So every time you think you've met your dream mate, someone else comes along who can be dreamier. So Uranus has been in your seventh house of love since March 2019. So it rules your fourth house of home and family. This gives many messages. You have a need for unconventional relationships. Freedom within relationships will also be important to you. You will learn about your own individuality through unusual relationships. Family and family connections will play a big role in your romantic life. Often they may play Cupid. So, family values and emotional intimacy are of important attractions in love. Often, this shows the reappearance of an old flame also. So, if you fall into the second category, things are more serious. Your relationships or marriage is being tested, often to destruction. It doesn't have to be that way. I've seen relationships survive under this kind of transit, but few are willing to put in the work necessary to make the sacrifices in order to make things work. So, with Uranus in your seventh house for the long haul, he'll be there for many more years to come. So, take care if you want to save or better your marriage. You tend to gravitate to inventors, scientists, astronomers, astrologers, media types, and technology people. Doing unconventional things together as a couple could save troubled relationships. You need to bring some excitement and change into the relationship. Uranus in your seventh house indicates that romantic opportunities can happen online, on dating sites or social media sites. So, romance would be conducted in high tech ways, kind of ways too. So, marriage is not advisable for singles, as I mentioned. This is a period of experimentation to learn what it is that you truly want. And this exactly will happen. In regards to your self improvement, Scorpio is a fixed sign. So, in general, you're not the comfortable with change. Individual Scorpios can vary from this rule, and it depends on their personal horoscope, calculated especially for them. But here we are talking generally. You like your routine, you like predictability. Now, with Uranus in the seventh house of love and social life, predictability is out of the window. The only rule socially is change. So, the spiritual lesson this year and for years to come is to learn to embrace change rather than resist it. By the time Uranus is finished with you will be in a whole new social circle, making change your friend. So, spiritual Neptune has been in your fifth house since 2012 and will be there for many more years to come. Thus, earlier, as I mentioned, your emotional ups and downs. A part of you wants to repress your true feelings, generally because you feel it is unsafe to express them. Another part of you wants to express everything. These two urges will be at war. And sometimes you may just repress it. Sometimes you may just express it. What is needed is a methodology for expressing, discharging negative feelings in a harmless way. Repressions cannot go in for too long. Eventually, the feelings will burst forth, and their expression is usually out of all proportion to the event that triggered it. So, there are spiritual techniques for discharging negative feelings. One way is to write them out. Don't hold back. Write down exactly what bothers you. After half an hour of this, throw away the paper. Don't reread what you've written. Another method is touch and let go. On a piece of paper, write a few short phrases about this issue that troubles you. Then touch the paper and let it go. Lower the hands and then raise them. Do this for 20-30 minutes. Whenever anything bothers you, you will have discharged much of the negativity and you will definitely feel better. When you're finished, throw the paper out. Repeat these things as needed. You will be better off sailing through life without negativity stored in your mind and body. Get your natal charts made for 2021 so that you may understand that which is the area that is affected in your life of negativity and how to dispel with it, and which is the area that these great transits are touching in your life, and take the best advantage of it. So stay blessed and have a great year ahead.